to get a playoff team, TCU might have to run the table. They beat Kansas State last week in comeback fashion. Tricky spot here, going to West Virginia. Max Duggan has been terrible against West Virginia in his career. 0-3, just 1 touchdown pass to 5 interceptions.
He's been phenomenal this year, though. He's been the best quarterback in the Big 12. 19 touchdown passes to only 1 interception. Quinn Johnston's been the big play receiver, in particular the last 3 weeks, over 150 yards per game, a touchdown in each one of those matchups. We talked about a moment ago, Kentre Miller and the balance they have on offense with that rushing attack. And the defense has been pretty good, too. So it lends you to think that, hey, why not lay the points there in Morgantown? History tells us something else, too. I think Danny's going to tell you something else here, too, because after a big win last week versus Kansas State, Danny, what is this game for TCU? Tell me, babe, what is this?
Hangover game. Big time.
So being that that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and take the 7.5 points. I don't think West Virginia pulls off the upset. I do think they're able to keep this close.
I'm with you. Morgantown's a tough place to play. I mean, they're a tough team to figure out. Maybe they were hungover from the win against Baylor, and Neil Brown felt like it was the signature win he needed to potentially save his job. And then they have an ugly loss against Texas Tech. Here's the thing. I think I told you guys on here at some point a couple weeks ago that I wouldn't lay more than a touchdown with any team in the Big 12. It kind of goes back to the depth of the conference. In West Virginia, they're almost in last. They're not in last place in the conference, but they're still, the gap between them and TCU isn't that significant where you trust TCU to go on the road. And again, it felt like they should have lost the game against Kansas State this past weekend. Max Duggan continues to he's banged up and battered too. This is a tough spot for them. It's going to be a ruckus crowd. I think the crowd noise gets them. I think this is maybe a trendy spot where you could say West Virginia could get the win outright. I don't know if I'm going to get that bold right here, but I'll go ahead and take the 7.5 all day long.
Yeah, to your point, Danny, Iowa State's in last place. They're 0-4, all 4 losses by a touchdown or fewer this season.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.